Hi, everybody. I'm here live again for the third time. This is so fun, right? So, what I wanted to teach you guys today is the 6 steps to learning how to plan. Hey, Becky. Okay, so what I want to do is I need to take a moment and I need to see if I can figure out how to share my screen. I could do it when I was like testing this, and now I can't seem to figure out how to do it because I made a fun little thing for you guys to show you the 6 steps. I keep saying 5 steps. I don't know why. Okay, so here they are. I do have notes, so you'll see me glancing over there. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to talk about planning. And when I'm talking about planning today, I'm talking about planning our food and planning our movement. Okay, so here are the 6 steps. Step number 1, stop telling yourself that you're not a planner. Don't say things like, I'm not a planner. I don't like planning. I don't know how to plan. Number 2 is commit to making the plan. Number 3 is meet yourself where you're at. Now, I just did a blog post about what my weekly plan looks like, and it might seem overwhelming or like a bit much, but I've been doing it for a long time. And so I want you to commit to making a plan of meeting yourself where you're at. Okay, we'll get into it more. I'm going to elaborate on all these points in just a little bit. Okay, number 4 is plan your planning. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's necessary. Number 5 is make the plan. And number 6 is follow the plan. Okay, so here we go. We'll get started. So, number 1, stop telling yourself that you're not a planner. It seems like it's just this thing that you're reporting to me, right? You're just saying, like, listen, I'm not a planner. But when you tell yourself that and you say those thoughts, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel like grabbing your planner and writing things down, getting to work? No, it doesn't. Okay, so what I want to tell you, and you may or may not know this, because if you listen to me or you read any of my blogs, you may be have heard this, but your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings drive your actions, okay, and your actions give you your results. I have some blogs on it. You should check it out, hemscoach.com. Look at me, I'm like plugging myself. This is really funny. Okay, so when you think thoughts like, I am not a planner, I just don't plan, it's no wonder you don't plan anything, right? Because when you think that thought, you don't feel motivated, you don't feel encouraged, you don't feel like you're capable. Okay, so you're not going to plan. So you have to change your thought to like, I'm becoming a person who plans. I like to make plans. If I want to lose weight, I'm going to have to make plans. Okay, so good. If you want to plan your food and movement, you're going to need to feel excited. You're going to need to feel committed, capable, knowledgeable. Okay. The way that we feel that is by thinking certain thoughts. So some thoughts that might be helpful are planning my food and movement ahead of time is necessary for my weight loss. I'm becoming a person who plans my food and movement ahead of time, or I know how to plan. Now, if you are the type of person that thinks that you're not a planner and you are in the industry that I work in, which is helicopter emergency medical services, or if you're a paramedic or an EMT, our job has a lot to do with planning. Okay, it's really windy out today and all of my doors are opening up. We don't want that to open up and slam. Sorry about that. Okay, so if you're in our job, we do a lot of planning, but it might be so automatic that you don't even know about it. So say we get launched to a one-car rollover. If you're anything like me, when I'm on my way, I grab a piece of silk tape and I put it on my leg and I write down all the things that I want to know. I'm planning what I want to find out, what I need to know about the crash. Some examples would be, the time of the crash, the speed, bags, belts. If you're not in the industry, you figure it out, doesn't matter. Position, ejection, distance, entrapment, extrication time, how they were found, were they ambulatory, what's their heart rate, what's their blood pressure, what's their pulse ox, loss of consciousness, what are their injuries, what treatments have been given, what is their past medical history, their allergies, and their medications. Okay, I'm making a plan because I have things that I want to ask. So then when we get to the scene, I can get the report, ask the questions, because then when I take care of the patient and we go to the hospital, they're going to ask me similar questions. I'm going to have the answers right down there. And when I make this plan ahead of time, then I'm able to think about what are the possible protocols and guidelines I'm going to be using, right? And then I can start making that plan in my head. Now, when we first started out in this job, we probably didn't know to plan those things ahead of time. Okay, we didn't understand how important it was to kind of have this game plan ahead of time. And now, as we become advanced practitioners, we're getting much better at it, but it took practice. So you are a planner, you just maybe don't consider yourself one. So I want you to really embrace the idea that you are a planner and that you plan lots of other areas of your life, and you're certainly capable of planning your food and your movement. Okay. And I also wrote a note. You may stink at it in the beginning when you're starting your planning, but that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be great at it right away. It takes patience and practice. Okay, so number 2 is commit to making a plan. Dan Sullivan teaches the 4 C's. First, you have to have commitment. Then you have to have courage. Then comes capability. And then comes confidence. We have to start with commitment before we can feel confident. This even applies to planning. You just have to commit to doing it, right? You won't feel confident about your planning skills, planning all the things in your life, if you've never done it before. So you just have to start with commitment, and you have to say, I'm committed to doing this because I know it's going to get me the result that I want. Number 3 is meet yourself where you are at. Okay, don't overcomplicate your food plan or your movement plan. You have to start where you are. You have to constrain your food. Now, I talked about in a previous live, I think I talked about the food. You have to constrain it. It makes planning it much easier. But remember, food is our fuel for our body. It is not our entertainment. I listened to a fellow coach. Her name is Corinne Crabtree. She's really funny. And she says, listen, you don't have to have a big O every time you eat in your mouth. Like, it doesn't have to be the most exciting, amazing food. And I laugh at that. I say that to my husband every once in a while, and he just cracks up. He thinks it's ridiculous. I don't say it in front of the kids, of course, but I'm like, how was dinner? He's like, meh. I'm like, oh, no big O? What? Doesn't have to be. Yay. I'm a great cook. So this might mean meeting yourself where you're at is you only plan like your dinners. Start out the week, the day before, whatever works for you. For me, I like to plan everything for the entire week on Sundays. I plan everything on Sundays. I plan our food, my movement. I don't plan the children's movements, but I plan our carpooling, all the things that they have. Okay. I like to plan it all in advance so then I don't have to worry about it the rest of the week, right? Like today, I've been busy all day. I don't have to worry about what we're making for dinner because I already have it planned. I have everything ready to go. I just have to put it in the oven and grill. We're having steak and shrimp tonight with baked potatoes and steamed broccoli. Okay, so the next thing is plan your planning. I know this sounds ridiculous, right? Plan your planning. You have to set aside a day. Now, not everybody works Monday through Friday and has the weekends off. Some of you guys do. Some of us don't. If you're like me and you're in HEMS, I work every third weekend. So I don't get to have every Sunday to plan. But I still decide that I'm going to plan on Sundays. I bring that stuff to work with me if I'm on a day shift. And if after I get everything done and I have downtime, I do all the planning that I can while I'm there. Bonus. If I don't, then I just plan it for Monday. I put it in my calendar and I know that I'm going to spend time doing that. Yeah, you have to pick a day and just do it. I don't know what your schedule is. Only you know what's best for your schedule. So you just pick the day and then you make the plan. Now, it's going to take a while. Like, don't think it's going to take 30 minutes, right? Plan out the time that it's going to take you. I usually plan for like 2 hours to get it all done by the time I get everything, all the recipes found that I want, plan the food, plan the grocery list, stuff like that. Okay. And then let's see. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything on plan your planning. Oh. And your brain is going to tell you that you don't need to plan the day that you're planning, right? You're like, oh, I'll just do it when I have a minute. Your primitive brain really doesn't want you to make the plan, right? It's like, oh, we want to be spontaneous. We want to do whatever. Okay. Don't listen to that. I'm the expert here. You need to make a plan. If you want to lose weight and move your body, you've got to plan it, because in the moment, your brain will come up with lots of reasons for why you won't want to do it. And most of the time, we listen. You're too tired. You've had a long day. I just want to relax and unwind. I don't want to plan everything, right? But you still have to do it. Okay, number 6 is follow the plan. This part is key because we want to follow the plan because we want to lose weight. But what happens is when it comes time to eat the food that we've planned or move the body when we've planned, we don't want to. But you have to learn how to do it anyways. My kids will say this to me in the morning. I don't want to go to school. I'm like, great. You don't have to want to go to school to go to school. And then they do the teenager eye roll and stomp around. And I laugh because I understand. I don't want to go to work most days either, especially if it's a night shift. I don't want to go to work. I don't like working nights, right? So I don't want to go to work, but I go anyways because I want the paycheck and I want to take care of people if they need me, right? Same thing goes for the food. We have to make the plan and then you have to follow the plan. Why would you go to all the work to make the plan and then not follow it? By not following it, we know what result we'll get is we won't follow it and then we won't be heading toward our goal. And if you're in my group, you probably want to lose weight. So if you don't follow the plan, I can guarantee you 100% you won't lose weight. Okay, we have to do things that we don't want to do, but that doesn't mean not do them. Okay, so here it is again. 6 steps, 6 simple steps even. Stop telling yourself you're not a planner. Start finding a new thought to have, like, I'm becoming a person who plans. I like planning. Planning is necessary to get my goals. Commit to making the plan. You have to just commit to it. Be like, I know I'm not going to want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to make the plan and go from there. Meet yourself where you're at. Make a plan that you can follow, because what this does is this starts to give our brain evidence, right, that we are a planner, that we can plan, and then it feels good to plan. Plan your planning, make the plan, and then follow the plan. So I teach planning in week number 4 of my program for coaching on weight loss. The real truth of it is that I spend most of the time coaching people on why they won't make a plan and if they make a plan, why they don't follow the plan. Maybe you can relate. I know that this was a problem and still kind of is a problem for me. I make a lot of great plans, but I don't always follow the plan. So, anyways, what this really ends up boiling down to is what our relationship is like with ourselves. Do we self-sabotage ourselves? Do we try to prevent ourselves from reaching our goals for some reason because we don't feel good about ourselves, we don't have confidence in ourselves? Okay, our relationship with ourselves is so important, and that is one of the big things that I work with most people. So, there you have it. I would love to work with you all in weight loss coaching. If you're interested, just send me a message and I can give you more information. If you have any suggestions on things you'd like me to talk about in the future, let me know in the comments. I'll work on that. One of the other things that I have coming up that I'm working on is another weight loss obstacle, and that's time management. Kind of similar to planning, but a little bit different. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I'm trying to do these every week, but based on my work schedule, right? I can't say I'm going to do it every Monday. It just doesn't work that way. So I hope that you will take some of these steps and move forward and make a plan. And it's never too late to get started. You can just start today, right now, right? Okay. I didn't learn how to figure out how to do the screen share. I don't understand. I'm going to have to try it again. So weird. I'm not a tech savvy person. So anyways, thank you for joining. I hope you have an amazing evening. I know a lot of you had kids starting school already, which is crazy. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. Our kids don't start school till Tuesday. So we have a little bit more time with them for the summer. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful evening. I will talk to you next week. Bye.